All right, thank you everyone for joining us for the Employment Assistance Modernization Project Stakeholder Meeting. To members of the public, thank you. We are all about transparency, so appreciate you joining us. And to our stakeholders and partners, thank you. I want to make some introductions. Of course, Dane Eagle, Secretary, Florida Department of Economic Opportunity. We have Meredith Ivey, our Chief of Staff. Adrian Johnston, Deputy Secretary, Division of Workforce Services. We have Ed Wynn, our CIO, Division of Information Technology. Lindsay Volpe, our Director of the Office of Accountability, Economic Accountability and Transparency. From Florida Digital Service, joining us digitally is Jamie Grant. From the Florida Department of Financial Services, we have Scott Fennell joining us virtually as well. And from the Florida Department of Revenue, we have Tony. They're just off screen, but they are here in the room. So again, thank you. Welcome to everybody. The purpose of this meeting is to continue our commitment to transparency by providing access to the public to observe our meetings on a quarterly basis, and to DEO and its partners at DOR, Department of Revenue, Department of Financial Services, and the Florida Digital Service collaborate to promote the success of DEO's modernization efforts. We talk about modernization efforts. We're talking about integrated, modular, cloud-based system that's accessible, efficient, and effective. And while we're doing this today, we're nearly at the halfway point. 1 week from today, we will be 1 year through this project. We started on this journey last July 1st, and we're here to provide a status update on the overall program as well as each project. And we're here to share and discuss the successes thus far. So when we go, as we're going to the agenda, we'll be talking accomplishments, project status updates, mitigating strategies, procurements, and stakeholder discussion. And I'll pass it on to each team member. I will start on the accomplishments. I'm going to go to the next slide, please. Before I get into that, I do want to say that, what we saw through the pandemic, people being unemployed and out of work through no fault of their own, of course, was tragic and something that could have been predicted. What we've learned since then is that this situation is not unique to Florida. In fact, June of this year, the United States Government Accountability Office issued a very thorough report on the unemployment insurance system nationwide and through all the states, and has highlighted a need to modernize state IT systems as well as fight fraud. So while I said this is not unique to Florida, what is unique to Florida are the efforts that we are doing here today in this 2-year process. They've been monumental, and as well as fighting fraud, been a model for the nation in that. So as I get started in our accomplishments, last July, we embarked on a 2-year journey to improve the reemployment assistance system to provide a more user-friendly experience and ensure the system is accessible and available to Floridians in their time of need. The work we're doing not now also sets up for continuous modernization of economic self-sufficiency, provide resources that Floridians re-enter the workforce. And continuous modernization is the spirit of what we're doing while we continue on this 2-year process of completely revamping, modernizing, and making the system more modular. It doesn't end there. We will continue year after year to modernize. Modernizing a system of this size is complex. We're utilizing an agile approach to stay on track. For example, we're competing with corporations around the globe for specialized information technology talent. We're tackling this aggressively through proactive outreach to vendors, implementing flex schedules, and building project teams within procurements, which has boosted our recruitment efforts. I made a commitment last year to deliver a modernized system on time and on budget, and will continue our hard work to keep meeting milestones. And speaking of milestones, we have some great ones here that we're excited to share with you. As you all know, in May of 2021, last year, Governor DeSantis signed and enacted House Bill 1463, which established the Office of Economic Accountability and Transparency. Quite frankly, that's why today on my right is Lindsay Volpe, the director of that office. She's been keeping a watchful eye on the project and helping to lead these meetings and organizing them as well. We've created a path for implementation of and reporting on the progress of an integrated modular system hosted in the cloud service for the Reemployment Assistance Program. We've launched and continued to enhance the Reemployment Assistance Help Center project, which has resolved nearly 1.5 million cases and overall helped more than 4 million Floridians. We've established a data warehouse ahead of schedule, which improves DEO's access to reemployment assistance data and statistics and expands the ability of the system to handle more claims. We began engaging stakeholders, the Florida Department of Revenue, Digital Service, and the Florida Department of Financial Services to seek input on recommended reemployment assistance enhancements. We've completed the first phase of the Identity Management and Access Control project ahead of schedule and prevented $23 billion in fraud. Again, that is a model for the nation and how we can combat fraud while also helping Floridians in their time of need. We've hosted 2 public-facing information webinars about the Reemployment Assistance Modernization Program and procurements to promote transparency and accountability. We've completed several major system upgrades, continuous modernization. We've migrated the system's databases and test environment infrastructure to a cloud-hosted environment. Once all migration activities are complete, this will help support system scalability and availability during periods of high demand. Executed multiple contracts to support the Reemployment Assistance Modernization Program, including software and/or services for independent validation and verification, also known as IB&V, a strategic planning office, the Security Architecture Review Project, business process optimization, system and software integration, and cloud migration. So as you can see, we have been very busy behind the scenes. We're excited to share these accomplishments with you. They haven't been for lack of challenges, but we continue to be agile, as I mentioned earlier, continue to tackle those that we remain on track and on budget. With that, I'd like to turn it over to our CIO, Edwin.
Thank you, sir. A couple of things I'd like to highlight from the Strategic Planning Office. I think that is next slide. Yeah, there we go. Planning, coordinating, and oversight. We have secured the IB&V vendor, as the secretary mentioned, and they do provide services to support accountability through program oversight. We're very active with them daily. The Strategic Planning Office has been established to provide project and overall program management. For infrastructure, the infrastructure projects help ensure the system is scalable and accessible even during peak periods of demand. And the cloud migration project has achieved several milestones. About half of the system's now in the cloud, and we will transition once all those pieces are cloud hosted. For software, the several initiatives are underway that enable the implementation of business-driven, user experience-focused services. Key system documents and processes are being developed to support continuous modernization. Additional system upgrades are in progress to help expedite system enhancements. Multiple workshops per week are being held to re-engineer and optimize the business processes that will enhance the citizens' experience and help shape future procurements. For data and analytics, I turn it over to Adrian.
Hi, good afternoon. As the secretary shared, we established a data warehouse ahead of schedule, and this allowed us to get started earlier than anticipated on our project. With that project, we support Florida's Workforce Services delivery of reports to the U.S. Department of Labor. Through that project, we have submitted 32 out of 39 federally mandated reports from the data warehouse. We've also started our Archive and Purge project ahead of schedule, and this will improve the overall system performance. For security, our security projects help ensure the system and its users are protected from bad actors and prevent fraud, waste, and abuse. As the secretary mentioned earlier, we have prevented $23 billion in fraud by implementing multiple tools that strengthen the security, including front-end multi-factor authentication. We are actively assessing policies, procedures, and the system's infrastructure to further strengthen internal security practices. Finally, for the program procurements, the department has completed several procurements. It does not currently have any active solicitations. In partnership with the system and software integrator vendor, the department will issue solicitations for business rules engine, an integration platform, data management, and a mobile responsive user interface. We will continue to make information about our procurements available on our website at the link that is shown on the screen. Secretary, I'll turn it to you for closing remarks.
Great. Again, I want to thank everybody. This is our way of being transparent, letting you know where we are in this project. We have just over a year to go. We remain committed to staying on track and on budget to ensure that we're assisting all Floridians in need. With that, I do want to turn it over to our public stakeholders to see if there are any comments. Anyone from Department of Revenue, Digital Service, or Department of Financial Services that want to make a comment or question?
No, thanks for the capital. I think that's, great report. That's doing a great job. Thank you.
Thank you, Scott.
Secretary Jimmy Grant, just to say, one, I apologize. First one, I haven't been able to join in person, closing out the fiscal year and negotiating a data center contract a little bit behind. Y'all continue to do phenomenal work. I don't think you're getting enough credit for the fact that there is a playbook to do this, the way that the state has historically done it, to have big, long procurements, big bangs that lead to under delivery, no budget, and y'all continue to lean in and be innovative pioneers for the rest of the enterprise. And we're just proud to be part of it and help do what we can.
Thank you. And for those that didn't hear, that was State CIO Jamie Grant. Thank you both for joining us virtually, and partners from Department of Revenue in the room as well. Thank you. Thank you to the public and the media. Always happy to address comments and concerns, and you know how to reach us. Thank you.